So in this part of my section, I'll give you 4 tactics, as I said, that you can implement on your business to retain your customers for longer. And this is how it's going to go. I'll give you a tactic, then I'll give you an example, and then I'll give you some data to back it up. And the data that I'm going to show today comes from a few studies that we've conducted at Vendasta over the past 3 years with more than 200,000 SMBs. And the graphs that you will see are survival graphs. So the lines will go down and to the right as opposed to up and to the right to show retention. So let's get started. Tactic number 1 is to solve multiple customer problems. Just like Apple is solving multiple problems that I have or addressing multiple needs that I have. My need to listen to music, to text my friends, to save my photos, to talk to my family through video that is far away. As an agency, there's a number of customer problems or customer needs that you can address. You can help them with websites. You can help them with their reputation management, with their listings, with their advertising, with their social presence, and it goes on. And this is the difference that can make in your business. So in our study, we looked at SMBs that were sold 1 product versus 2 products versus 3 products or 4 more products. And we saw a strong correlation between SMBs that were sold 4 more products and the time they stayed with our partners. In fact, SMBs that were sold 4 more products stayed 3 times longer with our partners compared to SMBs that were only sold 1 product. So there you go, tactic number 1, solve multiple customer problems. Tactic number 2, bundle new products with your existing offerings. And I'll give you another Apple example. Apple recently introduced Apple News. And thinking about this, the way they introduced this product was not in a solo strategy. They bundled it with the existing Apple apps. Pick up my phone, I updated the iOS system, and there it was with all my other Apple apps. It was a bundle. It came in a bundle. If you're an agency, let's think about maybe you sell websites. What's something that you can bundle with your website offering that will go well and give more value to your customers? Maybe it's appointment scheduling. Maybe it's a form builder. Maybe it's a live chat. So think about that cohesive offering, that bundle. And this is how that can impact your business. So again, in our study, we looked at agencies that only sold traditional products and agencies that sold the traditional product and bundle that with a new product. And we saw that partners who'd bundled their own offering with the Vendasta offering saw an increase in retention rate at about 49%. So, tactic number 2, bundle new products with your existing offerings. Tactic number 3, offer insights that prompt engagement. And of course, I have one more Apple example for you. Can you tell that I'm a millennial by now? So a few weeks ago, I got this notification on my phone. Lemonade by Beyonce is available on Apple Music. And guess what was the first thing I did when I got this notification? Well, first, I listened to it, yeah, that too. But first, I took a screenshot and I sent it to my sister. So virality, right there. And then after that, yes, I clicked on the notification and I went on and I listened to Beyonce's album and I stayed and I listened to others and there it goes. But the interesting thing here about why this is an insight, Apple knew that this was a piece of content that was relevant to me. If Brendan got that notification on his phone, probably wouldn't make much of a difference. So as an agency, what is a piece of content that you can give your customer that is relevant to them that will likely prompt engagement? Well, I think a notification like this doesn't get much better than that, right? Dear SMB, dear Spicy Time owner, Heather just left you a review, and here's the review, and they can read a part of it, and then they can click, and they can engage, and right then and there, they're in your software, and you start building that habit, and they start coming back. And here's the data to back that up. So in our study, we looked at SMBs that rarely engage, and then SMBs that engage once per month with your software, SMBs that engage once per week, and SMBs that engage daily. And again, we saw a strong correlation between SMBs that engaged daily with the time they stayed with our partners. In fact, we saw that about only 30% of the SMBs that rarely engaged stayed for a period of 3 years or more, and 78% of the SMBs that engaged once per day stayed for that three-year time. And looking at reviews, the example that I gave you, our team looked at SMBs that did not respond to reviews compared to SMBs that do respond to reviews. And we saw that engaging with reviews increases SMB retention at about 34% over a 2-year period. So offer insights, pieces of information that matter to your client to prompt engagement. That's tactic number 3. Tactic number 4 is to offer proof of performance. And I know by now you're waiting for another Apple example, but I'm sorry to disappoint you all. Apple doesn't really do this very well with Apple Music, but Spotify does. Spotify has been doing this for about 2 years now. And at the end of the year, they give you this report and they tell you how many minutes of music you listened to, what were the top artists, what were the top songs. And right there, they're showing you, here, customer, here, listener, this is the value that I gave you this year. And as an agency, what's something you can do? Well, you can probably give your customer a report, right? Monthly, weekly, that tells them, hey, customer, here's all the value that I gave you over the past week or month. Because really, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it or no one sees it, did it even happen? Or if you came to Conquer Local and you didn't post a single photo with our Conquer Local hashtag on your Instagram, did it even happen? But really, if you did work for your customer and brought value to them, but you don't have a report to show how that impacted your customer's business, did it even happen? So this is the data to show you the difference that can make. We looked at customers that were never sent a proof of performance report and compared to customers that were sent a proof of performance report for at least half of their lifetime. And we saw an increase in retention at about 38%. So offer proof of performance.